Hello to everyone. I haven't done test review from a long time, and since I'm in Berlin I got this chance and I decided to show you the new 890 Adventure. It is the standard version, not the R version. I cannot get my hands on the R version. They have it in the shop and it will be ready for test ride probably next week, and I won't be here, but at least I can test this model and tell you what I think about it. Stay with me. Welcome back, guys. I know that you would like me to test the 890 Adventure R version, but it is what it is. Even in big countries like Germany, the numbers of the motorcycles that they've got is limited. I just spoke with the dealer and he told me that this standard version is sold out until the end of the year, and if I would like to buy a Adventure R, in the next 2 weeks they will have only 2 motorcycles for the whole Berlin. So these bikes are selling like hot bread at the moment. So let's check, are they really worth the money? Let's start with a quick overview. Beautiful design, typical orange colors. Honestly, guys, if I position it here in front of you, 790 and 890, you won't be able to find any differences. There are some, but mostly with the electronics. I don't think that they've got some kind of outside changes. The same shape, the same tank. Some people love it, some hate it. I won't say anything at the moment. It's not my style of motorcycle, but I cannot say that it is bad looking bike. Depends on the person. 21-inch front wheel, 18 on the back. It doesn't matter that it's a standard version, it also has 21-inch. The suspension is a little bit different. It has WP suspension, but this one is Apex, which is 43 millimeters. It's a little bit weaker than the R version, and it has a less suspension travel. I cannot tell you exactly how many millimeters. I'm gonna write it down later. The same tank, the same colors, foot peg standard as before. Everything is as before. This model came with a Krapovic, but this is not a stock. This costs around 1,000 euro. The tile is beautiful. I think they've got a little change here with the lights. Let me show you the lights, but I'm not sure about it. I have to check the old video. I think that they redesigned something, maybe not. The front, it's about the same because this is a standard version. It has a little bit taller windscreen, plastic hand protectors. If you like to see the world, you probably need to change it. Protectors of the, let me turn off the engine. Protectors of the tank from plastic. They might protect, they might not. I'm not sure about it. It has very powerful brakes, 320 millimeters on the front, 260 on the back. It has traction control, ABS, and many more different features that I cannot really understand, but they are there. So if you need it, it comes with the guard for the radiator, which is good. Otherwise you have to buy it. It has a bash plate here. Maybe it's enough if you plan to stay only on the road, but this motorcycle is not for off-road anyway. The seat is beautiful design. 2 levels, not exactly what I would like to have, but it's beautiful. The cover is really nice. It's not slippery, which is good. KTM logo. The rack here, it's good size. If you like top boxes, you have more than enough space. If you don't, you can put your other luggage here. These handles are the same as the old model. What is different with this, I'm not sure that they haven't got it on 790, but it has quick shifter, and it is not like the normal quick shifters here, electronic quick shifter. It is already designed in the engine, so I'm gonna test it later. Let me see the dashboard. I'm gonna sit on it. Okay, nice white handlebar, 28 millimeter, which is good. The same controls, very simple, nothing fancy. It has a cable, not a pump, which is a minus for some people, plus for another, whatever you like. This comes standard with cruise control, which was additional in the old version. Let me turn on the engine. This is the TFT display. I'm not gonna play with all the features here because it will take too much time, and I'm sure that many people on the internet already show you everything, and I don't think that there is some kind of changes with the old model. Okay, let's start the engine. Sounds beautifully because of this Akrapovic, but the engine is so noisy, man. This is a typical KTM sound. Anyway, I'm not saying that it's bad, it is just noisy. For someone with my size, I'm 185 centimeters, little above 6 foot, and you can see that it is even not big enough for me. Also, it is not high enough for me. I have flat feet and I also bend my knee. When I sit, I have at least 5 centimeters under my boot. The riding position is okay. The pegs are a little bit higher than I would like to have, but anyway, the visibility is good and the level of the windscreen is good. I like the logo "Ready to Race." As I said, guys, all the features and everything are good, but when you start riding is what really matters. It definitely has a lot of power. They said 10 horsepower more than the previous 790, and I can believe on this. The brakes are excellent. Of course, brand new bike. They said something like 210 kilograms wet, but it is hard to say it once you start riding because of this low center of gravity, the design of the tank, but you definitely feel it very light. Let me check the brakes once again. Very good. I can feel the ABS working for me. Cool. To do maneuvers on tight space, it's absolutely pleasure. And you cannot feel any weight. Yeah, they design it well. Let me check the quick shifter now. Oh, wonderful. On the way up and on the way down, it works absolutely trouble-free. On the way down, very, very good. Let's go and try it in normal everyday riding conditions around the city. Visibility in the mirrors very good. I'm curious to see how the windscreen works on the highway. This TFT display, I didn't like it in the beginning, but every time when I jump on a motorcycle with this type of display, I agree that they are a wonderful option. Very good visibility, everything is really nice. Because of the overall height of the motorcycle, it's a little bit uncomfortable for me, but as I said, guys, I'm 185 and this motorcycle is not exactly for me. That's why I would like to test the R version as well, just to check exactly this, because with this now I have to bend my knees a little bit more, and this will be a problem if I have to ride all day like this. So it might be a very good option for short riders, guys like 170, 175, but for me it's a little bit low. Otherwise, to ride around the city, I feel it very good, and because of the weight, or the way they designed the weight, I cannot feel it. So very easy to ride, like a toy actually. Even that it is a motorcycle that is 105 horsepower, you feel it like a toy. Interesting. Let's check the roundabout once again for maneuvers. Oh, very, very nice. For commuting, will be just perfect. For traveling, also very good. Even with passenger, because you have the power. I think that KTM did a wonderful job with the engine, but let me tell you a few words about it. It is 890cc, 100cc more than 790. It has 10 horsepower more, 105 horsepower. It's a parallel twin, exactly like 790. So actually with 790, they made this big difference going from V-twin to parallel twin. And I think this is really nice, especially for the low center of gravity, and maybe to prevent some heat under the seat. But no, this power and this engine are wonderful for riding in the city, commuting, traveling. More than enough power to overtake. Very stable motorcycle. It does not move at all, it just stays. Very good throttle response. By the way, the throttle is by wire now, there is no cable here, which is ensure a better feeling, or I don't know exactly how to describe it. So let me now go on the highway and twist the throttle to see what will be the good speed, good travel speed for this motorcycle. Usually with KTM motorcycles I've got a problem to find the neutral, but with 790 and this 890 I find it very easy. So they maybe improve the gearbox with something, but I cannot say just like that now. Man, I feel it so light. This design is really working. I don't like the tank at all, but the feeling is just unbelievable. I have heard once a person saying that, yeah, design is ugly, but you'll forget everything when you sit on it. And kind of agree on this. Yeah, today is the first wonderful day for a week. It's around 16-17 degrees. Wonderful. I'm gonna try the quick shifter once I get to the highway as well. See now? 130, 4,500 RPMs. with 6,500 RPMs. This motorcycle is a blast. But I think the comfortable speed will be like 120-30, this one, like this, 4,500 RPMs. Stable, I will say. Yeah, it is stable. All good. It stays very well on the surface, very well. If you like twisty roads, I'm sure that you will enjoy this machine. One more thing I would like to test. With old models, especially 1190, 1090, 990, when you don't have enough speed, you cannot really ride it on 6th gear. So now I have 6th gear with 75 kilometers per hour, 2500 RPMs. When I twist the throttle, it goes to 170 without any problems for 5-6 seconds, which is good. Let's say you decided to ride on the normal roads with 90 kilometers per hour, 6th gear. The engine is very smooth now, not tickling like the old models. Very good. I can drop even to 80 kilometers per hour. Let's drop to 80. 80 kilometers per hour, 85. And the engine works really well. 3200 RPM, something like that. No tickling. Listen now. Oh, they impressed me. Good. Brake stability is very good. Stability, have a look now, with 130, it stays on the road. (120-30) stay on the road without any problems. I'm really curious to see how the new 890 behave on this speed, because last time when I checked it out, it was really bad on everything over 140. Quick shifter, 5th, 4th, 3rd gear. Cornering IBS. So far so good. I really like the model. I really like it. It's a good, very good toy. Alright, before I go, let me tell you a few more things. I like the design of the front fender. I'm not a big fan of the high fender. You know that. If you don't know, go and check it on my channel. So I really like this design. Everything here is good. This engine, they designed it so well. As I said, 105 horsepower, parallel twin, really nice. It has tubeless tires, as far as I know, tubeless, which is very, very good. What I don't really like is the design of the ventil here on the rear side. It is on the side, which is easy when you need to pump it up, but it's not going to be easy if you damage the wheel and you want to have a tube inside. It will be a little bit problem. The rear suspension is adjustable, I think. The rear for preload also, it has adjustments for compression and rebound, I believe, but the front, it's nothing. It is what it is. You cannot preload, you cannot adjust anything. So this is for whom is this motorcycle? Definitely for short riders will be option. People who would like to travel with passenger. It has enough power. It's not that big and heavy as 1290. The price is a bit high, 4,700 something like that in Germany at the moment, and there is none. If you want to have it, you have to have it now in the next 2 weeks or nothing. So the weak points that I don't really like are the design of the tank. Very good when you ride it, but I don't really like this idea, and it is too low for someone like me. And now I will be brutally honest, and probably some of the KTM's fans not gonna like this, but I will tell what it is. In my opinion, with this model, KTM going down. Yes, they improve a lot of things, they add a lot of new things like quick shifter, a lot of electronics, the things that I did not even check, but they go down, for example, on a suspension. Everybody know that when you buy KTM, you're buying a great suspension, but you don't really have a great suspension here. It will be way better on our version, because it's going to be 48 WP, but not on this version. And also you can feel some kind of weak moments, like cheap plastics and stuff like that. But in overall, beautiful motorcycles. If the price is fair, like 10,000 euro, yeah, will be comparable to the rest of the bikes, but I cannot see why this motorcycle will cost 5,000 more than the new Tenere. Just because it's KTM, I cannot believe. So this is my opinion, guys. Wonderful bike, wonderful to ride. I'm not gonna buy it anyway, but I cannot say anything but about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Ciao.